I'm sharing my screen. So today we are going to discuss about the error handling concepts. So while loading a data, if you get the any errors, suppose let's consider you have a source file and then you are trying to load the data from the source file into the target table. If you get any error, then how do you handle? Usually by default, your copy statement will not be allowed to load the data if there are any error related records in the source file. Yes or no, guys? Copy command will throw the error if there are any issue related records available in the source file. So how do we overcome that issue related records, and how do we proceed further to load the successful records? Okay, so we have a on error concepts. On error equal to continue, on error equal to abort statement, skip file, and then skip file n. Okay, we'll discuss one by one. Fine. So on error equal to continue. So along with your copy command, you are going to mention on error equal to continue. So on error equal to continue means if there are any errors occurred, in source file, then it will ignore those issue related records and the data will be loaded into the target table. Suppose you have 10 records in the source file, and out of those 10 records, one or two records are having an issue. Suppose data type issue, like structure is mismatch issue, whatever it is, due to the XYZ reason, two records not able to process the process into the target table. So now, usually, if you don't mention any on error related conditions, copy command will throw the error. It will not allow you to load the data. Now, if you mention on error equal to continue, it will ignore the error related records and then load the successful records into the target table. So that is on error equal to continue. Clear? Theoretically, guys.
Yes.
Clear? Yeah. On error equal to abort statement. Next one. On error equal to abort statement means same. Explicitly you are going to mention. You are going to mention on error equal to abort statement. So the meaning is it will stop the process. Even though if you don't mention on error equal to abort statement, it will stop the process. But explicitly, if you want to mention on error equal to abort statement, then it is going to stop the process. That is nothing but if you get the any errors, then it is going to stop the process. That's it. On error equal to skip file. Okay. On error equal to skip file. Here, see, on error equal to continue means, suppose let's consider you are processing multiple files, around 10 files. Order details 1, order details 2, order details 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In each file, or else out of those 10 files, you have a issues in the 3 files, and 7 files you don't have any issues. Whatever you have issues in the 3 files, it will ignore the only issues related records, and then successful records will be processed. Now tell me how many files are processed now. You have 10 files and you have an issue in the 3 files. By using this on error equal to continue, how many files are processed?
10 files, sir.
Sorry?
10 files, no?
10 files.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, 10
yes,
files are processing here. But in skip file, 7 files are processing here. If there are any single error, then it won't process that file. It will ignore that file itself. That file itself. Okay. Only successful files will be loaded by using the skip file. Clear the difference?
yes,
So actually, clear or not clear?
Yeah, clear.
Now continuation to the skip file. So instead of ignoring the entire file by using this skip file, you have a one more option. See, by using the skip file, if there are any single record issue in the file, that file itself not process. But instead of stopping to process that file, continuation to this skip file, you have one more option, skip file underscore n. Skip file underscore n, that n is the number. N is the number. Out of three files, file 1 has the 3 errors, file 2 has the 5 errors, file 3 has the 6 errors. Now, out of those three, file 1 has the 3 errors, file 2 has the 5 errors, file 3 has 6 errors. Out of those three files, so what are the maximum number of errors? Which file is having a maximum number of errors? Guys,
Can you explain once again?
file 1 has the 3 errors, file 2 has the 5 errors, file 3 has the 6 errors. My question is, which file is having a maximum number of errors?
File
see,
3, the last one.
Yeah, because file 3 has a 6 errors. So here, okay, here if you mention the 6 here, if you mention the 6 here, then it will ignore all the errors. It will ignore all the errors and then load the file. Issue related file. Instead of stopping the file, you need to identify the maximum number of errors and mention that number here. Skip underscore file underscore 6. Then it will ignore the 3 errors from the first file, 5 errors from the second file, 6 errors from the third file, and process the remaining records into the target table. That is skip file underscore n. This is clear, guys? Not clear.
sir, I just the skip file length is on the every file level or statement level.
Sorry.
The last one on error skip file underscore n.
Uh,
This command is on every file level or statement level command is it?
every file level.
File level. Then
Yeah.
what is the difference between on error continue and skip file end?
That's what, irrespective of the errors, it is going to ignore and then load the data, but here little bit you need a calculation, that's it. But both are the same here. If you
Okay, so
mention
no,
the
no, no.
if you mention the
Yes.
n number here,
Hmm.
then this one and then this one will do the same functionality.
Okay. So if see, I have given uh, uh, the n value is if I supposed to take a 5, okay, and my file has more than 5 errors, then will it skip
Then
the processing?
it will stop. If more than
Okay.
errors means it will stop.
So I'm getting a functionality to process with the error up to the certain limit. Okay. After that, it will stop.
That is what that
Okay. Okay, sir.
that number matters here.
Clear,
That
clear,
number
sir.
matters here. If
Clear.
So if it is the number is more than the threshold, then it is going to stop.
that is what, na. Always if you mention the n number, The error should be less than the 10 number. The error is more than the 10 number, then it will stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Sakshi
And sir,
madam.
above command is also on file level, na?
This is file level. This is file level.
On error continue and abort statement.
This is also like file level only, but it will ignore. Abort statement leave about this is nothing will do. If you get any errors, it will stop the process. That's it.
So
But
this is statement table, na? Then
on
on error. Abort statement is statement level command.
correct.
Okay.
And you have one more option. Validation mode equal to return errors. Validation mode equal to return errors. Suppose you have a 10 files. You want to validate the files, whether do you have any errors in any errors in the files manually. Like you don't load the data using this validation mode. You just validate before processing the data. You just validate the data, whether the files are having an issue or not. That's it. Clear?
Yeah.
Chalo, we'll see one by one. Yeah, as usual, I'm going to create one external stage, that is AWS underscore stage underscore errorx. Okay. If you see this external stage, then you have two files, order details underscore error, order details underscore error 2. These are the two files you have in this external stage. That is nothing but in S3 bucket. Now I am going to create one table. Okay. Order underscore x. Okay. Now this is 0 records. This table has the 0 records. Now we'll test. First, without this on error equal to continue, I will execute. See, it is telling that you have a profit column in the database, target column, but while receiving the data from this order details underscore error, in the profit column, you have a value 1000 instead of 1000. It is having a 1000 with the letters. So there is a mismatch between, see here, your profit column is integer, but one second, let me extract, let me see that file actually, one second. So order details error. So here in this file, you have a profit column. In this profit column, you have the first value 1000. By checking the first value itself, you have 1000. It has returned the error. It has returned the error because of the
Data type.
data type issue. Okay. Now by using this on error equal to continue, you can ignore the error related records. If there are any errors in the file, it will ignore those records and then proceed and then load the data remaining successful records. Okay.
So here in the continue, like whether we have 10 error records or 20, it is just going to ignore and continue.
Yes.
Yeah, with the the threshold value where we mentioned the number of error records, right?
We'll see one by one. See, the status is partially loaded because if 100% records are loaded, then the status will be loaded here. Now it is not loaded 100% records, so that you have a status partially loaded. Total number of records 1500. The loaded records 1498 records. Okay, and errors in two errors in two errors. And what is the error is numeric value 1000 is not recognized. So these are under what is the column is profit column. What is the column is profit column. So this is all about the error details. Clear? Now, if you see this table count, if you see this table count is this one, you will get the 1498. See, 1498. Clear or not clear, guys?
Sir, what about the second error? The first error is 1000. Second error, sir?
Second error is see 220.
But it didn't show the second error.
It will not show the clearly. By using the validation mode, then it will give all the errors. With this on error equal to continue, suppose see it is not possible here. It is not possible to list out all the errors. It will give the summarized result. Once you process. But with the validation mode, whatever we have discussed here, where is that? On error. Here with the validation mode, we will see that one. With the validation mode equal to return errors, then it will give you the pin to pin all the errors. If you have 10 errors in the file, then it will list out all the 10 errors. If you have 5 errors, then it will list out all the 5 errors. But this is if R error equal to continue, just it will give you the see. I will again recreate the table. That is nothing but run drop and recreate. If you process the data, it will give the summarized result here. This is not a very detailed result. So it will give you the see. You have 1500 errors, rows parsed, okay, and rows loaded. 1498 records. 1498 records are loaded. Error seen, two errors. So the total number of errors you have 2 in your source file, but it will give the first error only. What is the first error? Because this is the result. But not an error details. This is the result of your copy command, but not an error details. So as a result, it has given the how many number of records are there in total and how many records error related records are there in the file. That's it. We will see further. Guys, this is clear or not clear? On error equal to continue.
Clear.
Okay, next. We will see the on error equal to abort statement. See here. Now, just now we seen that we have an issue in the order details underscore error, right? Because this is the file. Order details underscore error. Order details underscore error. So you have an issue in this file. If you go here, now tell me guys, if I execute this one, it is throwing the error or not?
Yeah, it will throw the error.
It will throw the error because again you are mentioning here on your report about statement. That is the default one. But even I'm not sure why they have given this on your report about statement. Even if you don't mention, by default it will throw the error, right? See here. See here. The first one, order details error 2. Order details error 2. There is no issue in this file. There is no issue in this file. It is loaded 100% records, 100% records. Okay. Now it has given the file was loaded before. That's what it has stopped. But in the previous statement we have loaded this one, right? With on error equal to continue. That's why it is throwing in a error. That's why it is throwing in a it is giving a message like the file has already processed. Have you remembered guys? If already the file is loaded into the file data is loaded into the target table already, but for the next time, if you want to load the same data into the same table, then it will not accept. Yes or no, guys?
It will skip the load.
That's what the file was loaded before. For that, what we need to do? Still, again, if I want to load the data into the from the same file into the same table, what we need to do?
You can use the force.
Sorry,
You can use force, no?
your
Forcefully we
voice
can
is not clear.
we can still we can copy the files, no?
How?
Forcefully. Force, I think,
Yeah. Okay. Force equal to true.
yes.
Wait. Here we can mention that one. Yesterday we have seen that one. Force equal to true. See, again, you have an issue. So that it will abort statement means if you get any error, then it will stop the process. That's it. Okay.
Yes.
So that is on abort statement. We'll see the skip file. Now, one second. Now, where is that list command? Okay. So you have two files. Out of these two files, first one is having an issue. First one is having an issue. Second one, we don't have an issue. Successful file. Yes or no?
Yes.
By using a skip underscore file, it will not load the first file, but it will load the second file. Okay. Let's see. load skipped while the file was loaded before. So as part of this already, let's see, we'll create this file, drop and create the file table. Let's see now. Now this table don't have any data. Skip file. Okay, let's see. See here, one is loaded successfully. This order underscore error 2. So this is, you don't have any issues here. You don't have any issues in this file. 100% records are correct records only. 285 records, 285 records are passed. 285 records are loaded, and remaining under nothing. You don't have issues. In first file you have issues. You have issue. 1500 records. 1500 records and then loaded 0. That's what. If you get any errors, if you get any single error in the file, this load underscore skip underscore file will not be process the data. Skip underscore file will not be process the data. It will skip that entire file. It will skip that entire file. So that is skip file. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Clear or not clear?
Clear, sir.
So you have how many errors? How many errors in this file? Second file, order details underscore error. How many errors you have?
2 errors.
2 error records.
Yeah, 2 error records. Now skip underscore file underscore 2. If you mention 3, this threshold number, then it is going to process. It is going to process this file also. See, this is load skipped because already it was loaded previously. Yes or no?
Correct.
But first one, it is partially loaded. 1500 records, total 1498 records are loaded, and it is ignored the 2 records. It is ignored the 2 records, and you have set the error limit 3. You have set the error limit 3, and you received the 2 errors. So this errors are less than this error limit, so that it is processed instead of stopping the load. Clear or not clear?
Clear.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yes.
If I want to give the two different threshold for different threshold for both the files. So how can I give here
Sorry.
in that statement?
No,
Okay.
no. It will look for the, if you give the one number, if you give any number here, it is applicable to all the files. You can't
Okay. So
give the multiple numbers for the multiple files. No, that's what I told. I have taken three. I have taken the example file 1, file 2, file 3. Out of those file 3, 6 is the maximum number of errors in the third file. If you give the 6, if you give the 7, then it will process all the files.
okay. So it's a statement which is a fixed threshold which is applicable for all the files in the statement. We can't give it file wise. Okay, sir. Clear.
Yeah, right?
Hmm.
Now, so leave about this. Now validation mode equal to true. Validation mode equal to true. We will check that one.
So are we first, before we load the files, are we going to do the validation all the time? This
Not
option.
all the time. Sometimes if you need to check the data manually, then you will check, because data load is automated process, right? So actually in ETL.
Correct. Yes.
In all the files you don't, in all the times you don't check, but sometimes if you wanted to check the, like what are the number of errors and then what is the type of the error in the file, then you need to check all the errors, right? If you have a 20 records, those 20 records will be having a multiple issues, not same issue. Yes or no?
Yes.
To analyze the number of errors, then you are going to use this validation mode equal to true.
Only for the failed load we can do the
Yes.
validation once they are failed, right?
Yes. See here, I created the new table and I am creating a new external stage. If you see this external stage, how many files? You have 4 files: order details error, order details error 2, orders 2. You have 4 files in total. You have a 4 files in total. You have 4 files in total. Okay. Now validation mode equal to return errors. Validation mode equal to return errors. You check this one. See, it has given the issues file wise. Earlier you seen only one error, first error in the result, but in this validation mode equal to return errors, you seen detailed errors. See, order details underscore error has the 2 issues. ONE 1000 is the issue, 220 is the issue. In order details error 2, you have an issue. See, in single quote 7 hyphen, that is the issue. Second error 3A is the issue. Clear or not clear? Guys,
Clear, sir.
say yes or no. Not clear, huh? Sakshi?
Clear.
Yeah. So now, as part of the ETL, usually how we are going to work, the successful records will be loaded into the one table. If you get any errors, then you are going to tracking into the another table. Yes or no?
Yeah, error table.
Error table, because of to track the your errors, to track the your errors. Fine. Now we'll see how do we load the errors into the error table. Okay. Now you executed this copy command. You received the error, right? You received the error. Yes or no?
Correct.
So by using whenever you execute SQL statement in the Snowflake, it will generate the query ID,
History.
history, and then query ID. 1 second. It will generate the query ID by using that previous query ID. See here, result scan last query ID. Okay, this is a statement. By using this table, result scan last query, it will scan the previously executed statement, the result. If there are any errors, then it is going to return here. Okay, it is going to return. Suppose let's consider you are executing on error equal to continue. On error equal to continue. So if you get any issue, see, successful records are processed into this table. And if you get any errors, then those errors you can capture by using this statement, last query ID. See here, how many errors you received with the previous statement? 4 errors. So these are the 4 errors here. See here, 1000, ONE 1000. This is the error issue. 220. This is the error. This is the error. Okay, and here 7 hyphen is the error. 3A is the error. So now you can load these records into one table. So this is how you are going to capture the error related records from the your previously executed statement. Clear or not clear? Then you can load these records into one table. Clear or not clear, guys?
Yeah, I'm clear.
So this is one way. This is one way how you are going to track. How you are going to track. How you are going to track the records, error related records into one table. Another way is let's consider. um, based on the table. So I'm trying getting the data from this table. Now I will load the data. I will load the data by using on here equal to continue. See here, the output is out of those 4 files. Out of those files, partially loaded 285 records in total, 283 records are loaded. So you have 2 errors. Here partially loaded, total 1500 records, 1498 records are 1498 records are loaded. Total 2 errors. How many errors are there total? In total, 4 records.
4
right?
records.
See, while loading a data into the orders table, so in next statement you can capture same validate, okay, orders table. While loading a data into the orders table, you receive an error. Job ID equal to last query ID, last. So by using this statement also, you can capture the errors. You can capture the errors. So these are the 4 errors. Again now you load the data into the table. Now this table has the errors. Clear or not clear?
Is this the default table rejected?
Not a default table rejected. You can give the any name.
Okay,
Here,
okay. I just wanted to.
on the fly you are creating a table here.
Hmm.
Create or replace table rejected. You can give anything, or else
Okay,
instead of creating this, you can use insert into table, select.
okay.
Clear or not clear, guys?
Sir, I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
In day-to-day life, if I am uploading daily hundreds of files,
You can automate this one actually by
yeah,
using.
how to automate actually? I want to know that.
I
Because
have no. So, while discussing the stored procedure,
Hmm.
so I have already framed each and every step. One thing.
And I also have a question. Let's say on a daily basis, like we load the data into S3. As
Mhm.
soon as the data loaded into S3 on that day's partition, right? It should load the data into Snowflake.
Hmm. Can you tell me once again?
See, let's say everyday basis we load the data into S3 bucket, right?
Hmm.
With a like today I'm loading a file with the today's.
In S3 you will upload the file, not data.
Yes, yeah. So my pipeline will run. Once the pipeline is successful, today's partition gets created.
Hmm.
Similarly, for tomorrow's date, tomorrow's partition gets created. As soon as the partition is created on S3, it should load the data into Snowflake.
Not in a partition file.
So yeah, that's what, like, we create the file with a partition to identify each day.
No, I'm not sure your question actually. What is the file and then partition here?
Like whatever the partition I'm saying, right? You can consider that as a file name.
So you
So
can
like the file name, right? So file name we are creating with 2025 0311 for
correct,
today.
okay.
So this is my today's file name.
Hmm.
File name with the today's date, and tomorrow it will have the file name with the tomorrow's date.
Correct, okay.
Yeah, this is the partition I was trying to say.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, what is the question now?
So as soon as the partition gets created in an S3 bucket, right? So we can create an event to have the data get loaded into Snowflake.
That is what. So we have not. So even we have not completed 5% of the portion of our course, right? You
Yeah.
have some concepts. You have streams. You have snow pipe. So those are the automated processes.
Okay.
Whenever you get the files into the your S3 bucket, automatically the files will be picked and then the data will be loaded into the your Snowflake target tables. Okay.
Okay. What is that concept called?
One is task. Task is a scheduling.
Okay. Task. The other one you said
Another
pipe,
one is
right?
snow pipe.
Okay.
Snow pipe. That is not a scheduling. That is one of the concept.
Okay.
By using this, you can achieve. But
Okay.
for other guy asked that error related records. So for error related records, you need to automate all these things by using your SQL stored procedure. So once your data load is completed, you are going to execute your stored procedure so that it will handle all your errors and then load the data into the error related records. We will discuss that approach at the time of discussing a stored procedure concept. Okay? Yes or no, guys? Now you have a errors in your table, but see the records are not in all the values, all the column values are available in the single column itself. So there is no separate columns here. Yes or no, guys?
Yeah.
So that you need to split based on the comma. First comma, first record. Second comma, second record. Third comma, third record. Fourth comma, fourth record. Fifth comma, fifth and sixth. That's based on that you can split the columns. Okay.
But here we are not understanding what column is having an error, right?
What column is having a error? So by seeing this data itself,
No, by seeing the data, we can understand. We know that we only created an error record, right? So in a reality, we will be having
by,
a large number of columns,
by using
and so like the error record also could be more, right?
by using this validation mode, we will get the column details also, right, Sakshi?
Okay, yeah.
But,
Sir, in that error table,
Hmm.
we don't have file name na. So at the end of the process, how can we come to know that which file has which errors or which record is from which file?
So now a good question. If you want to capture even file name also, at the time of the transformation, we discussed that metadata file name, right?
Yes.
You can include that metadata file name also into while copying a data from this copy statement. You can also include that metadata file name. Then you will get that metadata file name also.
So how to do it?
How to do it?
Yeah. Because see, we have just now tracked the error. In that table, we have found the error. But from that error,
Understood.
I'm not able to understand which statement means which error is from which error.
Understood. We will discuss that tomorrow. Actually, for this link, no, it is 7 o'clock. The institute people they have messaged me. Other trainer need to use this link. I got your questions. How do we load the file name load the file name, column name along with your error records, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Into
Yes.
that we will discuss tomorrow. So for now, clearly we are going to splitting the columns and then loading this clear data into the one table. Okay, one table,
Yes.
and then this table will be having all your records with proper format. So tomorrow I will help you to how do you, so additionally to this data, we need to add a file name and we need to add the column name, which is the column name exactly having an issue, right?
Yes.
Chalo, we will discuss tomorrow. I'm going to stop the discussion now. They are waiting for this link. Okay, I'm going to share all this material and then content after some time today. Okay, if you don't,
Okay, sir.
you just send a message in the WhatsApp group, guys. Other
Okay.
Chandrasekhar, I am seeing you are new. If you want to go through the previous things, then ask to the institute people. They will give you the previous recording videos. From there, you can go through and then continue from here. Okay. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Okay, sir.
Mhm.